felicitations and greetings. Welcome back to the Brave and the Kobolds on this fine adventure that we are currently on. Very, very quick recap. Last time, you kind of befriended a pirate, made a deal with a pirate. You apprehended some teen ruffians. You retrieved this fabled map that the pirate was looking for. You have managed to deliver the said teenage ruffians to the local authorities. And you are currently, if memory serves, following your new pirate friend, Garland, towards the market square in search of Leah and Aris, the two children whose owl bear, which contained the map, was stolen. So let's just say that you're following Garland. You're in a nice little line. It's like little baby goslings following a mama goose. And also behind, and I completely forgot about this, so this is completely on me, Busby is also there. The giant vulture friend. So you're cutting quite a path through the crowds that are sort of milling around in the market square. I think that Garland will probably have asked you what these two children sort of look like, and will want to know actually as much as he can about them. You sense that he is a little bit he's still very confused about why the owlbear had to be stolen from some children. But for the purposes of time, we'll say that Leah and Aris are currently sitting on the steps of the Temple of Kavinda, where all those other children were hanging out. And I think Garland will take a few steps back. He'll let you approach first, because he's a big, scary-looking man with a sword and a giant vulture. You know what? I think maybe Busby has flown off somewhere. It's maybe perched on a roof. She doesn't want to cause too much of a set. But Leah and Aris notice you, and Aris, the little boy, sort of sees you, and his face lights up, and Leah sort of beckons you over, and says, "You're back? Were you able to find Hoots?"
I look at Egg.
Zaffre gives them a very, very stiff salute.
Aris also salutes back at you.
And then I turn to Egg.
We have your owlbear here. Who had it?
Oh no!
You had it, Egg. You mended it. Remember?
Oh, let me look in my bag.
Yeah,
Go through my bag.
Don't worry, she's a little getting a little odd in years and forgets what's in her person.
Oh, hush. After a while, takes it out of the bag.
Aris just sort of puts his hands out, and he's doing little grabby hands.
Yes, I get it.
Hoots! A single tear rolls down his cheek.
He's a little worse for wear, but he's in one piece. I made sure to make sure Egg put all the pieces back.
He has a very concerned look on his face when you say that, and he kind of turns Hoots around many times in his hand, and then he looks at the back, and he said, "Where's the label? Where's the label from Mum?"
I take out I had some pieces, I believe.
Yes, you have it. You found the label, and you kept it separate.
Yep. So I pull that out and present it. And present it to him.
He's basically trying to...
Would you like me to reattach it? I'll show you how I do it.
Oh, yes, please.
If I can just have it for a second. I'll give it back, I promise.
Okay.
She takes it and sort of does the magic waving thing again. and it reattaches.
Oh
With
my
mending.
goodness. He gives it a really big hug, like he's never gonna let it go, and he's just crying tears of joy. Leah, while this has been happening, sort of has a very puzzled expression, and will sort of turn to I guess because Zaffre and Ag are sort of mending the thing. I'll probably turn to Noki and Meeza. So it's like, why was the label gone? And what's with the red stitching on it? Did it get ripped?
Not by us. I don't know.
And I guess sort of maybe Garland will step aside. If I may, and both of the children just sort of.
Don't worry. He's a good pirate. He only tried to kill us once.
Please, ixnay on the Irate pay.
But we're here and we're in one piece, so obviously you didn't. Okay.
Please don't be mentioning my occupation so loudly. It's just, preconceptions. He pats you on the head, lightly. He just clears his throat again. He says, now, yes, the owlbear, you see, contains something of mine. And I was just wondering why you have this object, how it ended up in your hands. And the children explain without sort of going through the whole scene. They will sort of recount to Garland that their mother sent this to them. This toy owlbear arrived as a present for them, not long sort of before they got news of her disappearance at sea. And Garland will ask to look at the owlbear again and the reattached label. And when he sees the message, which I'll just remind everyone said, "To my darling children, with all my love, K," as in the letter K, his face kind of falls a bit, and he looks at the two children and says, "By any chance, was your mother's name Cleo?" And they both nod. And Garland goes very quiet, and he hands back the owlbear.
Zaffre has been watching this interaction between the two of them like he's watching ping pong. Just going from person to person. But I think he's going to try and get a bead on Garland. What he's
okay. Do you want to roll for insight?
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Well, he looks a little bit bummed. Looks a bit sad. But that's as much. You can't really necessarily tell if he's being sincere or if he's not being sincere. But Leo will sort of press the subject and will ask you all again. Just say, wait, so there was something in the owlbear? Did she leave something for us?
No.
Meeza. What have we said about hiding truths?
Garland said that it was his.
Yep.
They both look at Garland and they sort of go, but it was, I mean, she sent it to us. Doesn't that mean it's ours?
Not necessarily.
Can
Do
we
you have a
see it?
dad? Do you have a dad?
Yeah, of course we do.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, you live with your dad?
Well, yeah.
Okay, I'm just double checking here. I wanted to make sure I wasn't entirely sure where we were going, if this was going to be like suddenly Garland realizes he has kids.
Oh. I think possibly even Garland is not really listening a lot. Again, he looks very solemn, and he.
Garland,
Yes.
how do you know their mother? Was she on your boat? Do you know where she went?
Well, you see, like I said, I was a part of the crew of another ship, and Cleo was one of my fellow crewmates, and
She was a P word as well?
well, of course, we all were.
Did
She was
did you like her?
I was fairly. I mean, she was a good.
Did you like her?
colleague.
Like her?
No, my only love be the sea.
Is he lying to me?
If you want to roll for insight, you can.
Again, I don't know why,
You're t-
but we're gonna fixate on this.
This is turning into a soap opera all of a sudden.
Yeah. With a -2, I'm happy with a 13.
Yeah, he's not lying. He's
Okay.
he's telling the truth.
You were just mates.
We were crewmates. I must say my opinion of her soured a bit when I learned that she'd smuggled the map away, because that was going to be our big score, our big loot. We were all going to go off and search for it, but for some reason she smuggled it away, and it took a lot of investigating and tracking down, and then I found out that it was smuggled inside this toy, but I never knew she had children. I never knew she had a family.
Maybe they should get a part of the treasure.
The two children sort of have been listening very intently, and Aris sort of, his eyes light up. That's right. It's a treasure map.
Yep,
Like
it's a treasure map.
Like in the stories.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Meeza's gonna lean into the little kid, get like right up next to him, and go, "Do you want to be a pirate?"
Yes.
Let's not.
But they could be
they're
the same.
our hatchlings. We should not decide what we're doing with them.
They're the same size as us.
Leah puts a hand on Aris's head, and then, with a little hesitation, puts a hand on Meeza's head, and sort of and very gently turns both of your faces around to face her, and she says, "Thank you for the offer. We don't want to be pirates." And Aris is like, "But we don't want to be pirates. We need to check with Dad. Okay?
Maybe the dad has more information."
He might do. I mean, we've never known. We just thought Mum was a sailor. We didn't realize she was a pirate. I mean, that's pretty amazing. And Leah sort of quite got a big grin. But anyway, we need to be sensible about this. We're going to let you keep the map for now. We're going to go look. We're going to go to Dad. We're going to find Dad, and we're going to just sort of check in with him. If you're not leaving yet, right? Can you maybe tomorrow? Maybe come and find us tomorrow. We'll be at the docks, where all the sort of sees your blank expressions. Maybe I don't know. Where the ships are, where all the boat sites, the sea.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Cleric.
The
Good.
big body of
Thank you.
water.
Yes,
thank
that one. We'll be there probably tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow evening, tomorrow afternoon. But I mean, we'll be around. Just come to the docks, and
Right.
if you don't see us, just ask for Elias. That's our dad,
For Elias.
Elias.
And
Yes.
I salute them again.
Okay, and they sort of before they hurry off, Aris is going to hug each and every one of you,
Oh.
Oh.
and especially Ag.
I just sort of holds her hands up like,
Okay, yeah,
Embrace it.
let it happen. And
Just put your arms around it. It's not going to bite you.
you don't know that.
and you hear like a little muffled voice coming from inside the robes, like, I will bite. I will bite.
Very, very carefully with the fingertips, just sort of.
Ah, Ag, you get a point of inspiration.
Yay.
And Leah will sort of go to the other three who are not trapped in an embrace, and will sort of offer to shake all of your hands, and just sort of say, well, thank you so much. Yeah, Hoots means the world to him, and I guess yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yep.
Thank you so much. And they hurry off, and you are sort of, you're now at the foot of these steps, and Garland is still sort of shuffling his feet. He's actually, no, you know what? He's sat himself down on the steps of the Temple of Kavinda, and he doesn't have his head in his hands, but he looks like that's just the next inevitable step for him in his life right now.
I sit down next to him.
Are you having a big emotion?
I'm having what my ma called the big feelings.
The big field.
The big feels are. All right,
You need a hug.
Nar. I feel I need a bit of clarity. I need to sort of understand where what my next move should be, because I by rights the map is theirs, but also Cleo stole it, and they're just children, and I don't know. I need to.
As far as I understand, these children do not want to be pirates. The taller one was quite clear about that. And you don't have the map. We do. So I wouldn't concern yourself too much with it.
You could give a portion of the gold or whatever sort of treasure thing to the kids if you feel that bad about it.
You know what, little pink one?
Mm-hmm.
That might be the first sensible thing that you've said. In all the time I've known you, which has not been very long, but I think
I must
if
agree.
what?
I agree. I believe the mother must have sent this map either for the either believing the children would keep it safe, knowing the children would keep it safe until she could return, at which point I believe she would have then gone forward to retrieve the treasure. And so if we retrieve it for her, return it to the children, we will be saving her the trouble.
But we could always take a small compensation fee.
I was going to say it's kind of in my job description. I kind of, if I were able to keep some of it, I mean, perhaps tomorrow if we discuss it with the children and their father, who also, big surprise, didn't know Cleo was mad, didn't know any of this. I think maybe that would help. But before any of that, do you have a, not that I care, but do you have a place to stay?
Nope.
No. We were going to stay with you.
Well, he blushes.
We don't bite.
We were hoping that you could assist us in finding a place to stay.
Oh, well, I can certainly do that. It's I'd say it's the least I can do. He'll stand up and he'll lead you off to the Tipsy Shrimp, the tavern that the tavern that Zaffre has been to already. It's quite lively now. There's quite a few more people in there, and because it's late afternoon now, it's perhaps getting closer to evening, and yeah, it's busy. There's some music playing. Carmela, the sort of fish-like humanoid who runs the place, is very busy, sort of shouting in her own native language to several of the tavern's staff. But when she sees you come in, her face sort of lights up with a really big grin. It's hey, look, it's the koboldi. It's the koboldi. They got the red herring. They got the red herring. Everybody, look. And everybody turns around and looks at you, and they just all cheer. And they've all got like mugs and flagons, and they're like, "Yay!"
I immediately hide behind Garland.
Same.
Yep.
I think Zaffre is just left because he was about to salute to her when, because she greeted him, and so that's his polite response, and then all of a sudden everyone's looking at him and he's just sort of...
You're like mid-salute.
Mid-salute. Garland turns around and asks you, what are they cheering you all for?
I don't know.
Well, I guess you've made your mark in this town. Everybody seems to know who you are.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
I'm just kind of shuffle forward to the bar, to the lady.
Hey, it's the little blue kobold. How are you? You want food? You want a drink? It's on me. It's fine. You are the heroes of the day.
We are?
See, you catch the red herring, the kids,
yes. Well, yes, we did have to stop those dastardly villains.
Oh, I mean, villain is a big word. I mean, they were some kids, but they cause a lot. They cause a lot of problem, and everybody kind of, not great for business, and the tourism, is people coming in, and the stuff gets stolen. Yeah, but it's great. Welcome back.
Thank you. We were hoping for a place to stay for the night, and perhaps a little dinner would be nice.
Oh yes, see, it's okay. And Garland will sort of step up and say, I would like, if I may, I would pay for a room for these four. Separate room for no, actually, you know what? No room for me. I'll be I'll be sleeping on my ship. I don't sleep so well on dry land, you know. It's the
We
sea
can stay
legs.
with you in your ship.
No, it's fine. There's not much. It's messy.
We can clean it up for you. And I prestidigitation the dirt away from his boots.
Oh, I was saving that. Beans.
Let's just stay here for tonight. Let's
They have
not go
food.
on the water.
He might have
Yes.
food.
We're certain there's food here. He might is not he has. So let's stay where there's food.
That is a very good idea, yes.
It's Noki sort of holding Meeza's face. it's like there is food here now.
There is food here. You need
He's
to
just squishing.
Yeah,
his face.
just squishing my face like
Garland sort of reaches into his coat and he takes out like a little pouch of coins and he sort of puts it on the bar, and Carmela takes and says, "Oh yes, sure. You four, you can have a room. There is one bed. But it's a big bed. It's big enough for you. Do you mind? You okay, Shelly?
Oh, of course.
No,
That
it's
is
fine.
perfectly fine. Yes, thank you.
as long
Okay.
as we can make a pillow for it.
Well, you see.
There is
you
one
see.
pillow.
Excuse you. This is a fine establishment. We have 2 pillows for bed. But you can make
we don't stand with any of that one pillow nonsense here. That's for the in down the street.
Yeah, that's the sober lobster. They only have 1 pillow. You can't do anything. You can make a teepee. You can make a teepee with 2 pillows. But anyway, yeah, sure. The room is yours. It's okay. And everybody like cheers again. They don't know why, but they're like, hey. And
It's the mob mentality. One
Yeah.
person cheers, everybody cheers.
And yeah. So this time, Zaffre
Is
just joins in, and he,
yay!
because everybody else is doing it, so he's just like, yay! Yeah, and he's very happy to get the meal. He's
Yeah.
very interested that he's gonna get some weird exotic food again.
Yes, and I do have a menu somewhere, which I can, and since basically Garland has paid for room and board, I guess basically, so you do have dinner and presumably breakfast included. You're staying the night, so I can sort of give you a brief rundown of the menu. There is to drink. There is red wine, white wine, pale ale, milk from some creature called a goat. To eat, there is the meal that Zaffre had last time. It's bread with some different sort of sauces and dips. There's a fruit and rice salad. There is a vegetable and then something called paella. A seafood paella, whatever that means. And then there's something called ice pudding, which is apparently seems to be sort of crushed ice until it sort of looks a bit like a syrupy sort of texture, and it's infused either with lemon, orange, or strawberry.
We could get one of everything, guys, and sample, because there's 4 of us.
Yeah.
We get one of everything and we sample it all.
Okay, sure. I was gonna.
Because there's 4 of us and there's enough on the menu that we could at least.
I think what likely happens is the money Garland has given to Carmela covers the room and possibly one thing for each of you.
Okay.
But because everybody here apparently loves you, you get a few people who just offer you food.
But there was 4 things on the menu, right?
No.
Well, there was 4. There was 4
we all
dishes.
get one thing, and we can switch.
There was 4 drinks, and there was 1
Yes.
dessert, but 3 different flavors. So
That's
if we
true.
each get.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was sitting here counting them in my mind. we could do a sampler platter.
You.
I would like the seafood paella, please.
I
Okay,
want the
that's-
dippy bread.
You get the diffy bread.
There was another paella, right?
Yeah, vegetable paella.
I'll have that.
Okay, and Zaffre, the knight,
The salad, yes.
rice salad. Okay, coming up, and soon enough, you each have your bowl of food.
I want the
And-
goat milk.
Oh yes, drinks. Yes, of course. Goat milk for you.
What
and
is a
for,
goat?
It's
What is milk?
What? Yeah, what is milk? How does
Hmm.
this work?
you are suddenly a vision comes into all of your minds collectively, and you see Rhea. Actually, no, Rhea pops in. She pops in because she lives nearby. She comes in and she says hello to you, and you all catch up. And it's very nice. Fast forward to the moment where she explains what a goat is and how what milk comes from.
Ew.
I'm still gonna try it.
Yeah,
Okay.
no,
Try it.
I'll have wine.
Okay, red or
Ooh.
white?
Red.
Are you imitating my accent?
No.
It's okay. I find it flattering, honestly. Anything to drink for blue?
I would like ale.
Ah, yes, of course. Drink for a night. And the red one, egg.
And I'll have the white wine is the sweetest thing, yes?
Yes.
Add that one, please.
Okay. I think maybe egg. You are having a little bit of this the dente dolce, yeah, the sweet tooth. You have a bit of the sweet tooth.
Perhaps.
You like the sweet. I can see a little smile. You want ice pudding? You want ice pudding? You want it with orange, maybe? You
I
want
do.
orange ice?
Is it like marmalade?
It's made from the same fruit.
Then yes, please.
Okay. And the sort of the banquet, the kobold banquet begins, and the flavors, the textures, the smells, the sights, the sounds. I would wager this is the most pleasant night of revelry the four of you have experienced in a long time.
Yeah.
And
I think Zaffre will actually, after they share the meal, he will even make a little bit of an attempt to, just sort of have casual conversations with anyone of the townsfolk who would
oh yeah, of
speak
course.
with him. Yeah, and not about nothing important, but he would just pull on his reserves of bravery and go forward and try and talk to some people.
Oh, look who it is. Oh, it's the wee knight. Oh, hello there.
Hello. Just wanted to say hello, and you have a very nice city.
I should think so. We all work hard to keep it safe. So I see you're enjoying a bit of revelry. It's well
yes.
deserved. Well deserved.
I thank you. I am doing my best.
I have a question for you, Fish. Do you recognize who this is, or was my voice off a bit? I think it is. It's Garrett, the chief of the guards.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I should have.
Yeah, he's very so he'll kind of sit down with them for a little bit, just kind of hang out.
Meeza, you feel a gentle tap on your shoulder.
Mm.
And do you turn around?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
I've been trying to examine Grub to see if there's some way I could milk him.
Okay. So yeah, Candle sees you turn around in a presumably fairly compromising position.
I'm kind of like holding Grub in this very weird angle.
He waves at you and conjures the glittering mist once again, the golden mist, and sort of gives you the imagery necessary to sort of communicate to you that it's nice to see you again, and just asking how you are and how it all went.
Oh, your spices.
He shrugs and he's sort of he just says not necessarily, not specifically, just asking how you are, because he remembered that you were all on a quest already.
It's good. We found all the missing stuff. Your spices. Wait, did Zaffre tell us what happened to the spices? Do I know? I know that information?
Yeah, they were used in the spell.
Your spices got used in a weird spell thing that opened a doorway.
He frowns and he sort of tilts his head, and
I know it's very confusing.
Yeah, he through the sort of the magical imagery, he conveys to you that the spices don't have any magical properties, and that they wouldn't necessarily be used in a.
They were given to someone. That's what it was. It was given to someone who was summoned through the spell.
I'm guessing.
Oh, they were given. Were they given?
Yeah, Zaffre kind of.
Never mind. Never mind. They were given to some. I thought that they were used in this spell. I must have misheard that. But no, they were given to somebody who came through the magic doorway.
And Candle sort of.
I would advise you pack up and leave town. Maybe.
Yeah, Candle sort of looks a bit. He furrows his brow and he sort of looks a bit concerned, and he sort of emits like a worried purr. But then he sort of.
What kind of spices were they?
He sort of gesticulates, and through imagery, he gives you basically lots of different spices and doubles of each one. But this one, he maybe doubles it once, and you get the impression that it's a very rare one.
Okay.
It doesn't have any magical properties, but it's like one of his sort of crowning jewels of his collection, of his stock.
As he's doing this, I pull Noki over and say, "Do you know any of these spices?" As I point to the pictures that he's conjuring.
Do I?
Well, you can roll for nature, I suppose, because they're all natural. They're all from plants and roots and things.
Now I should have.
Ooh,
18.
You recognize almost all of them. They're all. I mean, you recognize the color and the sort of the texture, and you can sort of point out. But the one that was stolen is quite alien to you, and yeah, it's probably rare for a reason. And he also gives you the sort of the images necessary to convey that it's quite precious. But after sort of you've given him this information, and as worrying as it obviously was for him that this mysterious figure through a magic portal collected the spice from the shadowy thief, he will actually give you the impression that he is going to be staying for a little while longer, just for the sort of the rest of the market time, or market days. But then he will follow Meeza's advice and leave.
I mean, they're obviously very popular, so you should be very proud of yourself. But maybe there's a thing for being too popular. I know how that is because I was very popular back where I came from. I had a lot of people, a lot of admirers, and it was very tiring after a while. Yeah, he's just
backing.
he's just backing away as I'm just curating this.
But no, I mean he does it as a joke. He's like just giving you he's giving you a bit of a ribbing. But then he'll sort of he'll come back and he'll actually give you the images to sort of he'll conjure these images to basically say, come see me tomorrow.
Oh,
if you have time. And he says yes.
Okay.
And he bows very gracefully, and he heads off to
bow a little bit. I don't know. It's awkward. It's an awkward bow. I don't really know what I'm doing.
You bend your body slightly
in a weird angle way, and I'm still sort of like holding Grub in this weird
roll
position.
a d20, please.
Oh no!
Because this is a socially awkward situation.
Oh no!
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. But you do somehow bend backwards. So
well.
so
he bends forward, and I'm like, nope.
Yeah, you're like, nope. Personal space. You the night sort of wears on, and eventually it starts to get a little bit more quiet, and Carmela herself will actually lead you up the stairs to your room, which is a fairly simple room. It reminds you a lot of Rhea's abode. There's there's a chest for sort of putting, presumably if people were traveling with lots of changes of clothes and other stuff. There's a chest, there's a desk, and there's a big double bed with 3 pillows. And she sort of whispers conspiratorially, and she sort of says, I got this extra pillow just for you. It's okay. You can make like a little monument or whatever you want to do. But
I immediately grab them and like part of the sheets and just start pillow forting.
Yeah, as I actually remembered, as a sort of just as a species trait, kobolds have like a knack for burrowing. So
yes,
I guess you can all burrow into bed. If you want. Do you all want to?
I would love to burrow into bed, please. Please let us burrow.
He's actually going to take his armor off before burrowing into bed.
Now
that is good. I don't want a pot in the face in the middle of the night.
Or pot handle. I have a question, and this is partially as a GM and partially as an illustrator. What does Zaffre have under his helmet? Because this has never been drawn, and it was we never even spoke about this. Is Zaffre, and here now I don't want to put pressure on you, because I mean it's your character, it's your baby. You can take Zaffre wherever you want narratively. But is there perhaps any reason why Zaffre would not remove his helmet? Because he's always been very careful to not let it slide off.
He's always wearing it.
He's always
Yeah, I think he's got, whereas his ears are kind of pointing, and I think whereas most kobolds have rather impressive horns or some kind of ridge or something. He has 2 very tiny little nubs. And the top of his head is just very, very scaly. There's no, it's all just scales. There's no real ridge.
Horn. Yeah, no ridges or horn structure. Okay. So does he wear the helmet to bed?
No.
Oh, okay. So he's removed his helmet.
Yeah. But I mean, you guys have lived with him. I'm sure you've at some point seen this.
No.
So you are all burrowed into bed, and I suppose one by one, exhaustion finally creeps up on you, and you all fall soundly asleep. Ag,
Yes.
could you roll a d4 for me, please?
Yes.
Thanks.
So 3.
Okay. You are asleep, and you are, in your dream, you are surrounded by darkness and silence. Until quite suddenly, the darkness and silence are both broken by a far-off flickering light and the sound of scratching, soft scratching, nothing gory or disturbing, almost like writing. In your dream, you drift slowly closer towards this light, and you can see that it is a simple candle flickering. And the candle is sitting atop what looks like a wooden surface. It could be a table or a desk of some kind. And a short figure is sitting at this desk, and they are completely covered in a robe. You drift closer still, and you see a scaly hand, a scaly pink hand holding a feather? Could this be the thing that you've read about called a quill? A writing implement that's not used for clay but for parchment? And it's writing something on a large sheet of parchment. And you can almost see what it's writing, and then the dream is over. And everything is dark once again.
Ooh.
And I guess that's where we would end that episode.